All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Excuse me. All right, the true names of the Most High, the true name of the Most High. Speaking a little too fast. The true name of the Most High, who the world ignorantly calls God. His true name is Yahweh, meaning he is, he exists. All right, Yah means he, Hawa means is or exists. So his true name is Yahweh, meaning he is or he exists. And the true name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahweh Shai. Yah means he, and Hawa Shai means saves or delivers. Because he's going to save and deliver the hopeful elect out of the nation of Israel. All right, and that's who this video goes out to, which is the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Israelites being you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and anybody else whose spirit truly resonates with this truth. All right, with the true names of the Most High and his only begotten Son. If you truly resonate with these words, and you are an Israelite as well, no matter how you may look. Now, what I want to make a quick video on, which was a couple verses here in Matthew 6, really just going into, what we should prioritize on our day-to-day basis and throughout the week, and where our mind should be. All right, because everything in life is about where your mind is. That's gonna reflect your physical. The mental always will reflect the physical, and I'm starting to learn that more and more. And obviously our mind should be on this truth, and we should prioritize this truth in our daily lives. And speaking to myself first and foremost, so I just wanted to get a couple of scriptures on that. I'm going to start here in Matthew 6, and I'm going to start at, let's see, I'm going to start at 19, all right? And I want to read a couple verses, so I'm going to read a little bit and speak on them. Matthew 6 and 19 says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where neither thieves do not break through nor steal." Right? For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So it says, pretty much verse 19 says, don't worry about building a treasure in this world. Don't worry about laying up treasures in this world, right? Because it said it corrupts, meaning one, it's tangible, it's physical, so it can always be taken or stolen, right? And what do we know that's talking about in this modern day and age? It's talking about, material riches and wealth. Not that there's anything wrong with getting them and desiring them, right? Because, as a man, you got to work, you got to have stuff for yourself, you got to have money, right? Not only to support yourself, but support the ministry, the brotherhood. So there's nothing wrong with wanting money and getting cars and stuff like that. It's pretty much saying do not have that as the ultimate desire of your heart, right? Do not prioritize that over prioritizing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? Don't get caught up with the money and shit like that, because at the end of the day, we know that this is all temporary. And then verse 20, it says, "But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven," right? So how do we lay up for ourselves treasures in heaven is by what? Doing these spiritual acts that the Lord keeps track of by way of what? The holy angels, right? We're laying up treasures in heaven when we do what? When we make videos, right? Ultimately, when we show the Lord our faith, man, we're laying up treasures in heaven. We're building up, good deeds, right? When you show charity to another brother or to the ministry or to brothers, when you go out on the highways, hey, even when you pray, that's faith, that's, when you pray in your mind, that's just faith, man. You just got to believe that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua hears you. So, doing different spiritual acts and things like that is laying up treasures in heaven, right? Praying, like I said, fasting, praying, reading, videos, going out the highways. If you're a woman, praying, Fasting as well if you need to. Watching videos. You know what I'm trying to say? Being in decency and order to the best of your ability. Right? So, again, what was I talking about? What? We are to prioritize this truth. Prioritize this truth. In verse 19 and 20, they pretty much went into, what you should be prioritizing. It's the spiritual. That's pretty much what it's saying. Right? Verse 19, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and dust doth corrupt. So it's saying don't prioritize, don't get obsessed with, don't get overly balanced. Excuse me, that's not the right words, but don't get obsessed with these different physical things in this life that are corruptible. Meaning don't try to have the newest, the fastest car, the newest Bugatti, right? Don't try to have a mansion. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with having good things in this life. If you do want a good car, if you do want a big house, it's saying don't let that be your priority. Ultimately, spiritual things, your relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua should be your priority. When you watch these different rappers and stuff, they flex their money, they flex their millions, they flex their cars. Hey, we flex our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Your priority should be towards this ministry. And verse 21 says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. We know that word for heart in the Hebrew is la'ab, which means your mind, your inner man. So it says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Meaning what you deem as your treasure, that's where your mind is going to be fixed upon throughout your day to day. And what is our treasure is this truth. This treasure is our truth. The names Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the understanding. All right. The true understanding of these scriptures, which we believe starts from Apostle Dahar, Elder Apostle Dahar of Great Millstone on down. All right. That doctrine is the true understanding of these scriptures. This is our treasure. And this is where our mind should be. It's fixated upon this treasure. Right. Your daily meditation should always incorporate this truth. And there's nothing wrong with meditating on other things, and doing things in life. I personally do a couple things in, my free time or different disciplines that you may have, like working out and stuff. But this truth is to be our priority, is to be our treasure. Right. Real quick, something to make me think of. Ultimately, your relationship with the Lord. All right. Philippians 2 and 12 says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So it said, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So that's going into your personal relationship with the Lord. How do you want it to be? Right. So we gotta, like I said, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Our treasure is this truth, and our mind should be upon this truth. Your mind should be prioritizing your personal relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with fear and trembling. We ought to continuously strive to have a more intimate relationship with the Lord. Because the word intimate doesn't just mean the affection that you have towards a woman on a physical carnal level. As you see, I'm gonna get the etymology. The word intimate is not just a sexual word. Intimate, it says on the etymology, it says the 1630s, closely acquainted, very familiar. Right? Inmost, intrinsic. It says from Latin intimus, inmost, innermost, deepest, affectionate feelings, close friend. You see, so we are supposed to work on our relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is supposed to be intimate, man. Meaning it's supposed to be closely acquainted, very familiar, right? We're supposed to have a close, personal relationship with the world. Salakia. That's Satan, man. We are supposed to have a close, personal relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, not the world. All right, that's completely not what I meant to say, slip of the tongue. We're supposed to have an intimate relationship, meaning a closely acquainted relationship with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. And that all stems, and how you develop that is by prioritizing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai on your day to day. And throughout my years in this truth, what I'm understanding is that, prioritizing the Lord, like I said, is really an intimate thing, because then you'll start to see how the Lord is dealing with you personally on a personal level, man. You may get different spiritual signs throughout the day, and they mean something different to you than what they mean to another brother, man. Different things that will happen in your life. The Lord is directly communicating to you in the different signs and different series of events that happen in your life. And you'll start to be more aware of those when you develop a more personal, intimate relationship with the Lord by prioritizing him. Prioritizing him. Like when you wake up in the morning, first thing you do, pray. You pray. And then you pray all throughout your day. You get these different spiritual, you have to get in a routine of doing spiritual things throughout your day. It has to be routine, to pray in the morning, to pray before you go to sleep, read the scriptures, meditate on how your week's been, how your day's been, and and understand what you can do better for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This is how we're going to develop our relationship, and that comes with prioritizing him. All right, Matthew 6:22, it says, "The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." And that light, that eye, represents your mind. When you go into that word eye, it says metaphorically the eyes of the mind, the faculty of knowing. So we understand things through our mind, right? So it says the light of the body is the eye, right? Meaning your mind. So really it's saying the light of the body is the mind. If therefore thine eye or thine mind be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye or thy mind, right, be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness, right? So what it's saying is that we got to keep our mind full of light. And again, that goes into what? Prioritizing this ministry. That's how we're keeping our mind full of light and not full of darkness, right? You keep your mind full of light by prioritizing this ministry, right? What is the light? We know the scriptures say Yahushai, this truth, these words. So you got to keep your mind full of meditating on Yahushai and meditating on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and prioritizing this truth. If you got, prioritizing your work ethic and how you get out your videos and the different spiritual things that you got to do on a daily basis. We got to prioritize this ministry first and foremost, man. Like I was gonna, like for example, like today I was about to do something before I did this video, but in my spirit, I knew I had to do a video, and that's pretty much how the topic came about. I was about to do something, and then I was like, you know what, my priorities, the priority is what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So I knew, I was like, yeah, I got to get this video. I got to get a video out, man. And this is how the topic came to me. So we got to prioritize this ministry. And that's how we're keeping our body, our mind full of light, Keep your eyes single, stay focused. The word focus pretty much means a point of light, like it means a point of light. Like if you had a point, like a light, a dot of light on your head, that's where your focus is at, on that specific dot, on that point. So we got to stay focused on this ministry on our day to day. Don't get distracted by the world, understand if you have like a spiritual check mark of things you got to do throughout the day, you got to get those things done first throughout your day. Verse 24, it says, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon." Right? So you can't have two masters, and you can't be in between, you know? Our ultimate love, our ultimate passion has to be this ministry. And if it is this ministry, then that'll show through our actions because we're prioritizing it. You're right. Like me personally, everybody has different other disciplines that we do aside from the ministry. Some brothers may work out, you know, some brothers may have different sports that they like to do. You may have other disciplines, but our ultimate discipline is to be this truth. And we can't get too obsessed with anything else in this world, you know, because our ultimate master is what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and serving him. And so you can't fake the funk. You can't try to put your all into this ministry and then put your all into something else. Like, no, the balance has to be majority of what is got to be spiritual. And then when you do other carnal things and stuff like that, it's all within balance, you know? So yeah, that was pretty much it. I think I had just other, I've had this little precepts things up right here. Had 2 more to get if I can find them. If not, it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Colossians 3:2 says, "Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in the Most High. When Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory." Right? So our affections got to be on spiritual things. That's what it means by things above. You know, prioritize your relationship with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Prioritize spiritual things. And notice the ways that the Lord is talking with you and communicating with you. And prioritize this ministry on your day-to-day life. This is our ultimate discipline before any job or anything we have. And when the Yahushua comes back, he's going to see that we did that in the hard work that we gave to him. And we're going to be rewarded for it, man. Lord willing, we endure. So with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Shalom.